to those lamps left over.
Hi everybody, it's Leah with Family Heritage Living. Oh, let's see, where to begin? First off, my batteries are really low in my camera. It's not a rechargeable camera. This thing is this thing is really old. I think it's 11 years old now. And so I'm hoping it holds out. We have been doing, I don't know exactly how we've been doing it with our videos. It's been hit and miss when time allows. Doing the videos where you do a lot of editing on the film, or where you do an instructional, they take quite a bit of time. I just haven't had that time lately, but I've really missed doing videos. I've missed connecting with our viewers, because you guys are really special to us. We've been trying to get out our devotional videos fairly regularly, though it's been kind of hit and miss with that too. But at any rate, all day long I've been thinking about this, and I just wanted to share a thought with you. And I might, because sharing thoughts can be done without a lot of editing, and they can also be helpful. They can be I don't know, just fellowshipping, I guess. And that's just what I want to do right now. And I might, if this, I have a lot to say. Wow. My husband sometimes wishes I wouldn't say so much. Typical woman's mind, I guess. Just think. But a lot of you know that I am a writer, and I humbly say an unpublished writer, but nonetheless, and I'm working on a novel. And so with that, I do a lot of studying, and how the best way to bring stuff across, and best way to keep my point in my novel without losing focus on it. And so last night I was reading one of my books, and it had an exercise in there that they wanted you to do, and I'm going to read this exercise to you. And this isn't about writing, so just hang with me. This isn't. We'll get to what this is really about. But what the author wanted you to do was to set aside a certain amount of time and to write free-form response to this following question. When readers read my novel, I want them to feel what at the end of the novel. So when they close that book, the author of this book wanted you to express what you want your readers to get in between those pages. And the second thing he wanted you to answer was, that's because to me a novel is what? So I did the exercise this morning, and I started thinking about that. I started thinking about when I answered that question. I've had a very clear vision for my novel for a long time, and I feel I feel that this is really given to God, given by God, because of what the basis of the novel is about, and the fact that it offers healing to many people that experience what several of the characters experience in this novel. So what I was surprised about, because my focus didn't change, what I want my reader to experience in that novel really didn't change, but when I stopped and I read what I'd written, I realized how much deeper of an experience that I want my readers who read my novel to have. I was very specific about certain things that I hadn't been specific about prior. I realized that there was a lot more depth and possibility to reach out to people for healing through my novel that I hadn't realized before, and that's what I wanted to convey to them. And the final question was, because a novel should be what? And to me, the answer was, a novel should have a purpose. So as I was thinking about that later, there was a moment where I felt the Lord say, when you are done with this chapter in history, being your life, what is it that you want those that have read it to feel? So it translated, when we're done on this earth with the life, the time that God has given to us, for those that our lives have touched, that have had interaction with us, what is it that we want them to have felt from us, to experience, to have learned, to have gleaned? And I thought about that, and I thought, you know, there are so many times that we might have a direction that we're going. We may have an idea of what we want or what we want to give, and yet maybe we get sidetracked, or maybe we don't go deep enough. Maybe we only give that one thing that's on our mind when we could give several more things to enrich somebody's life, to make them feel like they have experienced a connection with the Lord. And this obviously is primary. I'm speaking to Christians. I know we have viewers that aren't Christians, but it still could apply to. It could apply to anybody, because we should, anytime we reach somebody or touch somebody's life, it should enrich them. We should know, just like a book should have a purpose. And I know there's a lot of books out there that people love, but that are just really trash. And the purpose they might say the purpose is for entertaining. But I feel that so many more things should have deeper purposes. We should leave whatever we touch more enriched. We should leave those lives we touch more enriched. As Christians, we're Christ walking around here. People are reading us. When they see us, they're looking at Christ. And that's not to say we are Christ. That's to say we're his representatives. If we give a poor representation, the person receives a poor representation. If we show them the love of Christ, if we show them a deep connection, they are going to feel that, and they're going to see Christ through us. And I think that's, I don't know, I just, thinking about what was it that I really want people to get from my book. What do we really want people to get from our lives? It's about saving souls. It's about encouraging souls. It is about encouraging people in their family. I mean, it doesn't matter if you are a Christian or not. It's encouraging people to be the best that they can be in their life. And that doesn't mean to make the most money. It doesn't mean to have the best house. It means to be the best person with other people. How do you interact with your family? How do you interact with your friends? How do you interact with the stranger on the street? I mean, whoever our lives come in contact with, they are reading us. If you walk by somebody and you just growl at them, or you don't even acknowledge them, they've read some. How many times I've walked through the store, and I'm just being honest here. I've walked through the store, and I've walked past a half a dozen people. I've smiled at them all, and the only thing I've read on their face is they want to bite my face off. Okay, and by the time I get through that sixth person, I ain't smiling at nobody else. And it's that seventh person. You know what? They smile at me, and I walk by looking like the first six. And it's a telling moment, though, when we stop and we evaluate. Are we reaching beyond ourselves, so that when people close the book, that is our life and their interaction with our life, how do they feel? Are they sorry they ever read it? Are they, comfortable? Was good entertainment? Do they feel enriched? Is there depth? Have they been able to find forgiveness with our Savior, with other people, with themselves? That's, as a writer, I want my book to be the best that it can be. I want people to love it. I want people to be energized to read it. I want people to be healed from the message in it. But when we interact with others in our lives, what do we want them to have from it? What do we want? We're not, again, we're not talking money. We're talking involvement. We're talking engagement, and we're talking, sometimes it's simple. Sometimes it has to be in depth. But everything we do tells a story, and it will tell a story and encourage people and make them want more, or they're going to close that book and they're going to want to get away from it as fast as possible. So anyways, I guess that's just my thought for the day. I just was thinking about that and felt impressed to share that. I hope you all are having a great day. It is Wednesday the 17th, and up here for the past week it has been rainy and snowy and cloudy. The trees have turned brilliantly in color, and their leaves are almost gone now. The children have enjoyed all 4 seasons in the last week, without question. We're just now getting into, we've only been into fall for a month and seen hints of winter up here. And Zebulon says today, it was really a beautiful day today. He says, I don't know that I want winter to come yet. He's been praying for it. And we told him he was on his own for that prayer. We weren't backing him up on that one. And so today he says, I don't know that I want winter to come up because it's so pretty, or come yet because it's so pretty right now. Pray you all have a great rest of the week, and know that the Lord, He is good. God bless, and we'll talk soon.